Good morning, dear students. So let us continue the chapter on light energy. Okay, so one day Newton was doing some experiment. So what did he do was he allowed white light to come. Let me just show it. So for him, this white light was coming like this. So he allowed white light from the sun to enter a dark room through a small aperture in a window. Means through a small hole he allowed the white light to enter and placed a glass prism. Glass prism looks something like this. It's a 3D figure, but here I'm showing only 2D. So he noticed that the light coming out of the prism was received on a white screen. So whatever light was coming out from this side, he kept it in a white screen. Okay. On the screen, he noticed that a colored patch like a rainbow was found. Something like a rainbow. So let me just use some different colors. Something like red was there, something like blue was there, something like this was there. Okay, so he could notice a colored patch on a rainbow. So what did he do? I'll explain it again. So Newton was doing some experiment. He allowed white light from the sun to enter his room, and before it could go further, he placed a prism in front of the white light. Then after that, the after the light passed through the white prism, through the prism, he could notice that a patch like a rainbow was formed on the white screen, which he had kept at a further distance from the prism. Okay, so this patch was termed as spectrum. I repeat, so this patch was termed as spectrum. So he gave the term spectrum to this patch. Okay, so he could notice that starting from the side of the base of the prism, colors in the spectrum on the screen were in the following order. So violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange and red. So this was in this order. So all this color he could see it over there. So he could see all these colors over here, and if you notice, these colors are exhibited by a rainbow. Okay, so I can say that spectrum is the colored band obtained on a screen on passing the white light through a prism. I hope everyone is clear with it. So this is what experiment that Newton did. So from the above experiment, Newton concluded that the white light is a mixture of 7 colors. 7 colors are VIBGYOR. So this white light is composed of 7 colors. And please remember that the prism does not produce any color, but it simply separates the color which was already there in the white light. So when it passed, it became something like this. The different colors started just getting separated. I'll just explain to you. I'll just make you note again that the prism does not produce any colors, but it simply separates the colors which already exist in white light. So I can say if white light is passed through a prism, it splits into different colors. So this phenomenon is called dispersion of light. So let me write that for you. So this phenomenon is called nothing but dispersion of light. Dispersion of light. Dispersion. This is called dispersion of light. So please note that this is called the dispersion of light. Okay. So now your next question might be, so for the first time you introduced prism. So let us, we don't know anything about prism. That might be your question. So let us try to understand what is a prism actually. Let me just erase all of this. So let us try to understand what is prism. A prism is a transparent, I repeat again, it's a transparent medium which is something like this. It's a 3D figure, so we have to draw it something like this. So most of you would have seen it actually at your place. Some people use it as some paper holder, something like that also you can use it. So this is a prism. So two opposite surfaces of a prism are identical and parallel triangles. That means this side and the back side are triangles and the others are rectangles. So these are bounded by a 5 plane surfaces. So let us try to understand how this prism works. So prism is basically meant for refracting a light. So how this works is, suppose if a light goes like this, so because this is a rarer medium, air is a rarer medium, as I have explained to you in the previous video as well. So when this ray enters a denser medium, if this is the normal, so let me just use other color. So if this is the normal, then as we know, then the ray tends towards the normal. So the new ray will become something like this. So it will tend and become straight. Again, so let this be the normal, again the new normal. So again this ray is traveling from a denser medium to the rarer medium. So what it will do, it will try to bend away from the normal. So it will become something like this. Let me just write it properly. So it will become something like this. So as you can see, the ray when it entered, it was like this. When it went inside the prism, it became like this, and again when it come out, it became like this. So please keep that in mind. So this ray is called incident ray. So direction is like this. I drew it inappropriately in the previous case. This incident ray. This is refracted ray, and this is your emergent ray. Emergent ray. So this is your emergent ray. So this is how a prism works. Basically, prism will refract the ray in this manner. So I hope all of you are clear how a prism works. So in this video we discussed about how dispersion of white light takes place and what is the working mechanism of a prism. So I hope you understood the terms that we used over in this video, and I'll be sending you a PDF of this from the book as well. So kindly you can note it down from the book as well and try to understand using these diagrams. I hope this is clear. With this, I take your leave. Thank you for your patient listening.